Hello, in this video we're going to be doing another of the programming challenges from Chapter 2. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's imperative that you actually read Chapter 2. This video will make a lot more sense. So the question is, a soft drink company recently surveyed 16,500 of its customers and found out that approximately 15% of those surveyed purchase one or more energy drinks per week. Of those customers who purchase energy drinks, approximately 58% of them prefer citrus-flavored energy drinks. Write a program that displays the following: the approximate number of customers in the survey who purchase one or more energy drinks per week, the approximate number of customers in the survey who prefer citrus-flavored energy drinks. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is remove the boilerplate hello world, start creating our variables. So we'd like one to hold the number of customers that were surveyed, and we're going to set that to 16,500. Now, let's get a double to hold the percentage of people who buy energy drinks weekly. Okay. That's going to be 0.15 since it's 15%. And now let's create another one for the actual number of customers that buy one or more energy drinks. Okay. Let's call it buyers. And in this case, it's going to be customers times percentage of buyers. Okay. Now, normally you could use the debugger to figure out or to make sure that this number is being calculated correctly. And later on, when we start using Visual Studio, I will be providing videos where I give tutorials on how to use the debugger for that. But for now, since we're just using SoloLearn, let's go ahead and output what we've got. Number who buy energy drinks weekly. All right, and then let's set that to our buyers variable. Okay. Now there's more to do here, but as I always mention in my videos, it's important to keep compiling as you write little bits of code. That way, if you have errors, you only have a little bit of code to look through to find it, as opposed to writing the whole assignment and then hitting run and finding out you have an error. So let's go ahead and run this. And we get number who buy energy drinks weekly, 2,475. Okay. So that's the number who purchase one or more energy drinks weekly. Now let's figure out the approximate number of customers who prefer citrus flavored energy drinks. Okay. So we're going to need to hold another percentage. And this one we're going to do percentage citrus. Now, naming variables, as I mentioned, is one of the more difficult things. This, I think, is sufficient for describing what it's for. So in this case, it's 0.58 to hold 58%. Now, because we want approximates, we're not going to worry about decimal places. So let's have our citrus flavored prefers be a integer. So we'll have a whole number. So we'll say citrus buyers. And that's going to be a percentage of the number that actually buy energy drinks, not percentage of the total. So in this case, we're going to have our buyers, because that's the number who buy energy drinks weekly, okay, times the percentage citrus. Let's go ahead and see out our values. So number who prefer citrus. And let's put citrus buyers. All right. And we're going to go ahead and hit run. And what you'll probably notice right away is our output formatting does not look good. Please don't submit stuff like this. These are usually very easy fixes if you just pay attention to a little detail. So what we'd like is for the next one to be on the next line. So let's go ahead and put an endl there. We're going to run it again, and let's see what our output looks like now. Okay. And just to make this more complete, let's do another cout, say total customers surveyed. Okay. And then again, we're going to want an end line there. Okay, now you might be wondering, should I have my variables split up like this amongst my cout statements? There are some people that will tell you that you should have all your variables bunched up. Have them all at the very beginning. And then you might do something like this. Okay. For a small program, it doesn't really matter to me. But a good rule of thumb is to always declare your variables as close as possible to where you're using them. That's an industry standard. So you want to get used to that. And the reason for that is because when people are reading your code, you don't want to refer to a variable somewhere that you defined or assigned possibly hundreds or thousands of lines back, or possibly in other files. You would like people to have the eyes to have to travel the least amount of distance to figure out where that's coming from. Now in this case, the percentages and the totals are given, so you might think of them as constants if you read the chapter. And in that case, you could definitely do that. So if we wanted to treat these as constants, there's the only thing you might change is where you locate them, and you would use a different formatting. Typically in C++ for constants, we use all uppercase. Okay, so if you have, oh, you know what? There's one more thing I'd like to cover. One of the other programming challenge questions gave you the challenge to output multiple things with only using one cout statement. Okay. So let's say we wanted to do that with this. How could we do it? Well, first thing we would have to do is all these would be together. Okay. So all you need to do is get rid of the couts. So you don't have one cout, and you'd want to get rid of the other semicolons so that it's treated as one line. And when we run this, you should see the same exact output. So again, that's just a little side lesson. You normally wouldn't want to do something like this. You indeed want to keep your variables defined as close as possible to where they're used. Okay, so if there's any questions, feel free to open up a discussion, or as always, contact me on Canvas with your questions. Thank you.